Hello friends and welcome to Out of Pocket. Today we have another Throwback Thursday because we are waiting a few extra weeks for the next set because they just put out the first anniversary set. And so I've got another throwback video for you. This is a deck that people did kind of try a little bit, or at least a version of it when it first came out, or at least one of them first came out. But it is Oricorio, kind of like one of my previous ones. So nothing crazy, but it is fun. So let's jump into it.
Throwback Thursday.
Alright, let's do a quick breakdown of the Pokemon. We don't really even need to do this for Oricorio. Everyone knows Oricorio who plays, but 70 HP, 50 attack, 1 retreat, 2 cost for a zap, and its ability Safeguard says prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon EX. So basically, it's the strongest disruptive Pokemon in the game. The game to some degree revolves around Oricorio, or at least is very influenced by it. So yeah, it's just one of the best Pokemon in the game. And now what we are pairing it with Jumpluff EX. Now Jumpluff EX is 160 HP, it's a stage 2, it's got 70 attack, 1 retreat, only 1 colorless cost, which is why you can run it with Oricorio, because you can run Jumpluff in any deck, which is really cool. And it says you may switch this Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon when you hit. The may is crucial in some sense because you can choose if you don't want to or if you want to. So it's really strong with Oricorio because basically, if you don't know, you can come in with Jumpluff, you can attack, and then you can immediately revert or change into Oricorio on your bench and then thus prevent all damage potentially from EX Pokemon depending on what they're running. Ideally, we'll get a few good examples of that in this coming gameplay video, but it pairs really well with Oricorio, and it's just a pretty good Pokemon in its own right. Briefly, let's mention its mid-evolution Skiploom. So Skiploom, you run the colorless version because I want to pair it with Oricorio, which is lightning energy. So 60 HP, 30 attack, 1 retreat, 1 energy cost for its attack, and it's like Jumpluff, except it says you have to switch this Pokemon with one of your bench, so it's not bad for staying alive. Lastly, we have Hoppip, the original, whatever, the basic is what I'm trying to say, and it's just 10 less HP than the grass version because again, you have to run colorless. But let's jump into the deck breakdown. All right, quick deck breakdown. These are not new deck builds if you're familiar with my stuff, but anyway, we got 6 supporters, we got 2 Cyrus, 2 Copycat, 2 Professors, 6 items. We'll jump to the bottom, 2 rare candy, 2 X speed, 2 Pokeball, and then 8 Pokemon to Oricorio, and then the whole Jumpluff line. So what I just showed you times 2. We are of course running lightning energy because it's just Oricorio that needs a lightning. So quickly, I have 2 Cyrus in because I like Cyrus. It's my favorite disruptive supporter. It's obviously really good. I don't really need to introduce Cyrus either. It is the one slot that I kind of debate in these decks now if I should do like 1 cape or something, or 1 PCL or whatever, but Cyrus is just really good. It wins games. So we got 2 Cyrus. 2 Copycats, the latest inclusion to my decks. I mentioned this in the short. Copycat I think is the best card unequivocally from the Mega Rising set. I think it's going to last a long time. It's a very good card. So 2 Copycats, 2 Professors of course, and then the Pokemon are pretty self-explanatory. 2 Rare Candy is self-explanatory. 2 Pokeball, same thing, and then 2 X Speed. I've been putting retreat items in all of my decks, namely X Speed, occasionally Leaf if it's an expensive deck, because I actually think this is really important because it helps me get to the Pokemon that I want first faster. So for example, in this deck, like if they have an EX out, then I want Oricorio out faster, and so it helps me if I have like Hoppip or Skiploom or whatever, I can just go ahead and attach an energy to Oricorio on my bench, and then if I find an X Speed, I can just go in and start attacking. So basically, X Speed helps me get to the Pokemon I want in front the fastest, and so I've really appreciated having it, and it's an item, so that's really nice. You can draw off Copycat, you can draw it off Professor, so it's a clean deck. You can pair Jumpluff with different Pokemon. I've seen it with Pyukamuku, I've seen it with Zangoose. You can pair it with different things that really like impact your opponent or damage them or whatever, but Oricorio I think is quite arguably the best Pokemon to pair it with, and this deck works pretty well. If I were playing a tournament, this would definitely be one of the decks I would be considering. But let's get into some gameplay. If you hadn't noticed, the Skiploom evolution line is Hoppip, Skiploom, or Jumpluff evolution line is Hoppip, Skiploom, Jumpluff, which is Hop, Skip, Jump. And so I have named my deck Hop, Skip, Zap. Very fun. All right, so ranked is obviously not available yet, and the event is over. And man, that event was like, to me, kind of silly because it was like win 9 games. Like, what's the point? I thought originally it was gonna be win 9 in a row, which would have been extremely hard. I think the most I've ever done was like 8 or 9, but that was back in like Great Ball or something. So anyway, I think 9 in a row would have been insane. All right, so we're playing just normal trading card game level competition right here. Definitely a wider variety of games here in the wild west of ranked or non-ranked battles of just the trading card game players. All right, going second, we've got water, so possibly Suicune, probably Suicune, not Suicune, Frillish, okay. I tried a Crawdaunt Jellicent deck, and it's really fun, it's just not good enough. You can, now, I mean, it's very fun, and there's a high synergy level, but it's just not quite competitive enough, I would say. Okay, so Gyarados, Frillish, sure, yeah, okay. So the faster I can kill this thing, the better. I've got a shot here because of Oricorio, because Oricorio is just hard to deal with. So they're gonna go Mantike, of course, probably Power Magikarp. So the faster I can find Ori, oh boy. Yes! Faster I can find Ori, the better. Especially because they start discarding my deck. Copycat's useless. Copycat's sometimes useless, but overall I think it's just, okay, that's clutch. Overall it's just really good, so. Alright, so they can get up to 3 energy on their Gyarados here, which is tough, but I can survive a hit. I really need at least 1 Oricorio though, or I'm kind of in a tough spot. So they're probably just gonna Mantike here, right? I would assume. You probably just Mantike the Magikarp. I really need an Ori. ASAP pronto. Yeah, this is not ideal, but I can survive a hit from Gyarados if they have it. But they might have to spend a turn going to look for it. I really need to find an Ori before they discard my deck. 2 would be best. 2 Cyrus really helpful here. They might just go into their waterfall evolution. Okay, that's good. Annoying. This is probably gonna be a challenging win, but if I can find, oh, they have it. You blasted. Of course you do. Of course you do. All right, what are we discarding? Hit me. Okay, no Oris. Did discard a Pokeball, and we found it. Okay, that's nice. All right. Okay, we got a chance. We got a chance. Wonder if they're on Cyrus. Taking 20 less, that's tough, but if we can somehow, if we can find our other Ori, although there's a pretty decent chance they discard the other one, but at least we got 1, that's clutch for sure. They did discard a Cyrus though, which really stinks. So, only 7 cards left. If I can somehow pull an Ori, that would be nice. Okay, Ori's still in deck. Okay, give it, come on, come on, come on. Oh yeah, all right, we're in the biz, we're in business. All right, let's do, doesn't matter who's attacking. So let's go, I'm gonna use one of these just to get it out of hand because I don't need it, but I wanna keep 1 just in case. And we're just gonna keep pounding this thing. They're probably looking for their Jellicent at this point. Yep, and they found it. But if they retreat... Okay, they're just discarding, but somehow I have managed to find both of my Oricorios. Okay, so my deck is totally dead. I think, again, we kill this. Because I don't need it. They're probably going to go into Jellicent at some point. So I'm going to have to deal with that. I do have 1 Cyrus, but I need 1 more hit on the Gyarados, and then I can end the game. But they're going to have to retreat at some point. But they only do 60, which is clutch, which means I can survive a little bit. Yeah, figured. Okay. I probably need to just kill this Jellicent, unfortunately. That only matters if they have Irida. It's too bad they discarded my other Cyrus, but I would rather have 2 Oricorios. Alright, so we're gonna go here. And then we're gonna go here, and then I think we're just gonna go ahead and use this just so I can get rid of it. Although I should have no, but Gyarados can't attack next turn anyway. Alright, I think we do it. I think, but I'm not certain. Definitely put some thought into that one. Alright, and then Gyarados. Oh, they're doing that one, sure. Okay, makes sense. They have to have like another Frillish or Jellicent or something. So they're gonna kill me, that's great. I can just keep Ori in. Oh shoot. No, I think we're good. I don't know if I should have done that copycat, to be honest. That might have been... Okay, they concede. Whew. That was a grind. I think I had it on lock, but if they only had that one Jellicent, then I did, but that was an interesting game. There's a lot of little micro decisions in decks like these with Cyrus and Oricorio. Games get drawn out sometimes. Alright, second versus grass, we have Ori, but the X speed could be helpful. I have a rare candy, so if this Pokeball is Hoppip, I'm liking, well, maybe we want Ori in front after all, but... Celebi, huh? Haven't seen Celebi in a while. And baby Celebi. That's annoying. Huh, okay. And probably Leafeon. Alright, I'm gonna have to be careful of Celebi. I'm gonna have to be careful of Celebi. Celebi, Leafeon, Celebi. Very interesting. Wonder if they have a superior? Apparently not. I'm gonna have to be wary of this bench Celebi with jump left. I can one-shot it, which is nice. So if it comes in... okay. So all that's really bothering me here is baby Celebi. That's about it. Depending on what they go into with their other Eevee. Yeah, makes sense. Alright, so I think we go ahead and start hitting. They'll probably go into Celebi. Probably. Annoying if you have Erica. I'm probably going to need a jump left, ultimately, to take care of this Celebi. Yeah, naturally. That's okay, we can live. This is why we run X speeds, partly. So I would like a Hoppip soon. That would be ideal, because then I can get a jump left and ideally one-shot Celebi at some point. There we go. It's helpful. This is a good example of X speed being good. I need to take care of the Celebi ASAP. If they have Erica, we're in a bit of a tough spot, but doable. As long as an Oricorio lives and they don't have another answer to it, and I do have damage on that. Yeah, I figured. Okay. They do have damage on the Leafeon on the bench, so we potentially have 2 points there as well. I'm gonna have to give up one of my Oris though. Unfortunately. Alright, so we're gonna go here, because I need to be able to take care of it. I think we're gonna go here, I kind of have what I want in my hand, so I'm not going to worry about it. If they have another Erica, that's very tough to say the least. But if not, we're in a decent spot. They've used Sabrina. They probably have a Cyrus. That doesn't do them any good right now. Doesn't appear like they have Erica, which is good. So if they just swing, I put in Oricorio. If they try to retreat, then I put in, well, it doesn't really, oh, I still would put in Oricorio. I wonder if they have another counter for Ori. Okay, they give it up. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, so Ori comes in. See what else they got. We go Professor. Try and get my other one online soon. Deal. It's helpful. We go here, we go here. I might not need this X speed, so I might burn it in a minute. And I already used one. Okay, and I have, as long as I can find my 2 Cyrus and they don't heal this Leafeon, then we have game locked because I have 2 Cyrus. This would be a reason I run 2 Cyrus, because I can 2-shot this Leafeon. That should be okay, I think. They could just retreat and kill my Ori with this Celebi. Okay, 110, sure, it's great. They do take it out. I think I have to go for the Cyrus play because, yes, I can one-shot this thing, but I think I just have to go double Cyrus. If they have Erica, that would be muy unfortunate. Alright, X speed here. Or, Rare Candy. We burn the X speed. Or do I kill and risk the Celebi? That's the question. Because I could just take this thing out. This is tricky, because I have another Cyrus in the deck, but so... this is tough, actually, because I can kill it. I'm kind of banking on how fast do I draw my other Cyrus, because they're just going to go into Celebi. I think we risk it. I think we risk it, because I just need 2 hits on... I need 2 hits on the Leafeon. I think we just take our point there. Obviously, the point's not worth anything, really, because they just have EXs left, but they're probably going to go into Celebi and start hitting me. And I think we just risk it, because I need my other Cyrus, and if I knew it was next, then... I would probably have gone for the Leafeon. But I don't know what's next. There's 3 more cards in my deck, so if it's on the bottom... Okay, Cape Celebi, sure, that doesn't matter. If they have another Erica, we're in a tough spot. Okay, so they could one-shot me here, which would just be whatever. If you get it, you get it. Congrats. 1. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're alive. We live. Alright, so the question really is 2 things. Number 1, well, it's a few. Okay, there's my Cyrus. So I need to survive 1 turn. If I can survive 1 turn, we win. So basically, if they draw a... what's it called? Sorry, it's hard to think and play at the same time. If they draw a Cyrus, they win, pretty much. If they draw Sabrina, they win pretty much. If they draw an Erica, we're in a tough spot. If they switch, okay, Leaf Cape. That's not actually going to do anything. So they'll probably... If they roll 4 heads here, which is unlikely, that's a 1 in 16 chance. So he probably goes, yep, and then retreat. So if they just attack me, they don't have Cyrus, obviously. So as long as they don't roll 4 heads... I win. Good game. All right, that was a nuts game. That was a pretty nuts game right there. They're definitely not counting on me having 2 Cyrus. That was a pretty crazy game. But suck it. Definitely could have lost that game for sure. 100% could have. But very interesting game. Conceded. Oh, they got it in. Good work. Got your concede. Mid damage. Never seen that before. So, I mean, y'all can get a little bit of a sense of, obviously, Ori is just annoying because it's Ori. And also, you know, hop it, jump left going first is really good. Okay, Mega Absol. Okay, but it is weak to grass. This could be an interesting game for sure. If I draw jump left, we're in business. All right, we are in business. And Ori. Okay, all right, we're in the biz. We're in the biz. I'm actually in a pretty good spot here. Really good spot. Potentially, if I draw Cyrus soon, we're cooking, but they could get rid of it with Absol. But we have two, which are important against Megas. They probably have Hydreigon and Chingling, if I had to guess. Or Darkrai. Or Darkrai. Cape, sure. I can do what, 90, 180, so that is relevant. That is relevant. You can survive. Ooh, hurts. That hurts. Okay. Okay, close. That's actually not bad. That's not bad at all. They choose the Darkrai. Very interesting. Okay. It's an interesting decision. Alright, I think we go, because if I get the rare candy, we're cooking. Yeah, deal. Alright, so we go candy here. Attach. Obviously, we're bouncing back this time because of Ori. So yes, this is where X speed is really good because it allows me to put an energy on Oricorio and then not waste it. Because usually in this situation, you would put an energy on Oricorio and then, ooh, okay. You would put an energy on Oricorio and then you would waste it by retreating into jump bluff, and then Oricorio is just not ready to attack. But because I have the X speed, I can add an energy to my Ori and keep it on, which is very useful. All right, so let's go X speed. And then we're gonna go Copycat to use a supporter and gain a card, because if I can find Cyruses soon, that would be clutch. That's nice. All right, let's get that Pokeball. I got a Cyrus that could be useful. I think we're in a good spot here. It's not game over yet, but we're in a pretty good spot. So we can go retreat here. Energy here. Can't use the Cyrus, so we just take out the Pichu. And then we jump into our Ori, of course, so they can't hurt me. And then as long as they don't take my Cyrus next turn, which I assume they won't because Darkrai is probably getting the energy and Absol has no energy, so we're probably in a really good spot if I can find my other Cyrus. I still have a Professor and a Copycat left. Honestly, I could just attack Darkrai here. That might be the move. Okay, sure. That's effective. It attacks for no purpose, just to exercise its authority over me. Alright, so I think we just go retreat here. And then do I hit Darkrai or Absol? I think we just go for Absol. We just keep intimidating it. Because if it stays on the bench, it might not. I mean, whatever. If it gets rid of my Cyrus, so be it. The cape is annoying, obviously. I could have just won the game right there, and I'm not running Guzma anymore. You could put a Guzma for a Cyrus, but if I draw my other Cyrus, we just win, so. Sure. Yeah, deal. And then they're just gonna retreat. Okay. So just retreat, and then they're gonna hit me for 100. Okay. That's annoying. Oh, 80, right. X speed. Yeah, we'll use, well, no, that doesn't matter. Let's go here. And then we'll just go here. I could have done this last turn, I guess, but we'll just go into this Ori. I'll plan to burn my other X speed. Like if they Cyrus us here, it doesn't matter because we just win the game. They might concede. Okay, they do have 2 Cyrus, but it doesn't matter because they have to heal. They need a potion or something also. Okay, so good game. The power of Oricorio. But there's a lot of interesting scenarios, so they'll probably just concede. They just wanted to kill the jump left, I'm guessing. Concede. You're okay. GG. Hello. Alright, second versus Psychic. If it's Eevee, that bodes well. Espeon's not even a good okay, it's not Espeon. Espeon's not even a good matchup because it can heal 60 oftentimes, and it just totally negates the Oricorio damage you're doing. But Mantyke with Psychic is fascinating. I'm wondering what kind of other Pokemon they're using. They aren't showing me yet. Indeedee. Okay. Porygon. Fun. Which one? Which Porygon? Pokeball. Sure. I think we go Copycat. Gain 2 cards. Okay, deal. And then Pokeball. I think we have to go here because if they have rare candy, if they're running the 2-coster that does 70 damage, I also have a deck with that one. Yeah, and they probably are, right? Oh, Buggy Beam. Okay, that actually doesn't matter for me, really. Because I already have my Lightning Energy on Ori, and Jumpluff is already... it doesn't matter what energy I'm using for Jumpluff, so... I think we go Candy here. Here. And then it doesn't, we go here and here, and we make them come in and kill me. And then now it doesn't matter what energy I'm using anymore. So the Buggy Beam is totally ineffective. I do like this Porygon. I've experimented with it in Mantyke before. I'm not a huge fan of the baby Pokemon. I know they're really good. I like Pokemon that actually do something. Like, by do something, I mean, like, hit. And baby Pokemon just generate energy, which is, again, really good. It's not really my style. Alright, we're gonna do a Jumpluff with a Metal Energy. How about that? Actually might just lose this game. Potentially. Because of Indeedee's healing. If I can find my other Jumpluff. I wonder if I should have just sacked Ori. Potentially. But net, you don't say. Okay, so they're gonna sack it for me. So I think I'm not really concerned about Indeedee here. So I think, because it can do max of 60, this is actually decent. I think I should probably have just sacked Ori anyway. Changed again to Metal Energy. All right, so if I can get my other jump left here, I have a shot. They just wasted an energy for no apparent reason. I think this is now useless, so we're just gonna burn it. And then we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna go here. And then if they have Sabrina, good game. Nope. I definitely need my other jump left, unless they have, well, they already used a Sabrina. That's not useful unless you have Irida. Don't have Irida. Bennett is totally pointless here. I might be okay. If they have Cyrus, I'm probably dead. They're sacking their Ori. If they have Cyrus, I probably lose, to be honest, because I don't have healing. So we go here, doesn't matter. I really need my other jump left, or this game is just over. No. I shouldn't have put that energy. Wow, that was really dumb. That was super dumb. I didn't even think of that. Okay, they're just... yeah, I have... Okay. I have to have my other jump left here. I don't know why I put that energy on the skip room. Here's another example of why, whatchamacallit, Copycat is good. Well, they both draw me 2 cards, technically. Dang. Professor or Copycat? You know what, just send it. Copycat. Keep the professor in. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, that should be game. There's, yeah, I mean, there's not much I can do there. So, X speed, we don't need any more. We'll go here. And that should be game. So, interesting. If I drew jump left there, I think there's an okay chance that I win that game, but just didn't draw it, so no harm, no foul. Very interesting deck list. I've played around with Bennett also. I don't think it's ultimately good enough, but yeah, and they win. So, concede, good game. Wouldn't have mattered if I had the 1 less energy or not. Just need a jump left. I could have done Professor there, but at the end of the day, there was probably a similar statistical chance I draw it, the jump left. Hey, do these missions, they're real easy. All right, that's it. Thank you for watching. This is an interesting deck. Ideally you enjoyed that. Maybe you've seen it before, maybe you haven't. This is of course my own variant, but it's a fun deck, so I recommend playing a version of it. It's honestly not bad competitively. Like I said, this would be one of the decks I would consider playing competitively if I had to pick one of mine right now. But that's all we got for today. Next week I am planning to introduce a new segment that probably will not happen often at all, but I think it's a fun idea, so I'm gonna plan to do it at least next week while we wait for the next set to come out. So have a good evening, have a good morning, have a good afternoon. See ya.